Hey guys, it's Kay, I hope you're all well. Now I know it might seem a bit weird me coming on here and talking about TV apps, considering the situation in the world today, but if anything, keeping your mind occupied and not worrying too much will keep your stress levels in control. And this TV app I've got for you today is going to give you plenty to think about. It probably has one of the largest and best entertainment features of any app I've featured on this channel, with over 20,000 TV shows and movies on offer here. So if anything, it rivals the likes of Netflix. And the best thing of course is it's a legitimate app and it's available on all major platforms, including the Google Play Store and the Amazon App Store and the Apple App Store. And it will work with your controller of your current device. And the great thing is you don't need to create any sort of account to use the app. So if you want to know more, please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button, as I'm regularly producing videos like this to help you get the best benefits out of your tech. If you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest tech tutorials, reviews and unboxings, I do everything including firestick, Raspberry Pi and Android TV tips and tricks. So subscribe and hit the notification button. Okay guys, now when you first open up the app, this is your home screen and straight away you can see there's a ton of features here. And like most apps, the content is laid out in a grid format. And the first category we have is called Featured. And there's about 8 shows or movies that are featured. And of course these featured programs or TV shows will change over time. And you can see there's a varied selection from kids to adult movies. And below that category we've got Recommended, and these are TV shows and movies recommended by the app. Again, a wide selection of media here. And you may have noticed there's some big movie titles here. Now the cool feature here is if you look to the right you'll see a number that increases as you scroll across. This actually tells you how many movies or TV shows there are in this category, and it increases as you scroll across. And to be honest guys, this is probably one of the biggest selection of movies and TV shows I've ever seen in an app that's free. Now below the recommended channel we got a selection of live news TV channels, and as you can see there's news channels here from all over the world, including Europe and America, North America, South America, it goes on. And the cool thing is if you hover over one of the channel icons it'll give you a live preview of what's currently running on that channel. And to watch that channel just simply click on it and it'll maximize the screen. And as you can see, as it's an official app, you didn't have to wait long for this channel to come on. And if you click on the back button, you can scroll through all the channels while watching the current channel. And if you see a channel you're interested in, click on it and it'll simply go straight to that channel. Now below the news channels, we've got family movies. And guys, we're not talking about any old B movies, we've got some really good movies here for kids. And the great thing of course is they're absolutely free, apart from an ad here and there. We've got Ace Ventura, we've got Tarzan, and there's literally hundreds of them. They just keep on coming. And the cool thing is, this app is constantly refreshed with new movies and TV shows. So just select the one you're interested in and click on play. Now the other thing to note here is you get a great amount of information about the program, including the year it was made, its runtime, its class rating, and of course this is PG, a brief description, the director and who stars in it. And of course if you create an account which is free, you can add it to your wish list, which means you can get back to it quickly without searching for it. Now once you are in the movie you can skip through, and just like YouTube, it gives you a little preview thumbnail of where you can skip to. Just scroll across the thumbnails until you find an interesting part and click on it. Okay, so below the category family movies we've got the category comedy. And again guys, there's tons of content here, far too much for me to go through, but as I mentioned before, there's some well-known TV shows and movies here. Now another cool feature with this app is you can add subtitles, and even better, it goes one step forward and allows you to adjust how they look on screen. Now the other thing worth mentioning here is I love the way this app deals with TV shows and series. If you scroll down and click on all episodes, you'll see them all categorized neatly under each individual season, all very easily accessible. Okay, so below the comedy category we've got one of my favourite categories, which is action. And again, hundreds of movies here, some well known and some not so well known. Now because there's so much content in this app, I do recommend creating a free account so you can create a playlist of all the TV shows and movies you're interested in. And this will save you some time searching through this massive collection of movies and TV shows next time you get a rainy day. Okay, so below the action category we've got the horror category, another one of my favourites. And below that we've got most popular, and I suppose this is what's trending currently on the app. And it's a mixture of all the categories. So below that we've got the Documentaries category, and there's a wide variety of topics covered here. From investigations to UFOs, history, geography, and even wildlife. And below Documentaries we've got Black Cinema. Definitely some good movies here to watch guys. Scrolling across of course gives you more options. And below that category we've got Movie Night. Now what I will say guys, this app has probably got the most categories I've seen in an app. And that's not a complaint. In fact, the more categories you have, the easier it is to find what you're looking for. Now moving on, below that we've got the romance category. And below that we've got something completely different. Excuse the pun. Now the next category below that is sports. And we get a whole load of live sports channels. And like before in the news category, we get a live preview of what's actually on the channel, which in the end is going to save you that little bit of time. And of course, like before, once you're watching one of the channels, you can scroll through the channels without actually leaving the channel you're watching. So below the news category, we've got leaving soon. Now these are programs and TV shows which are going to be leaving the app soon, so it's best to catch them now. But don't worry, they'll be replaced by new TV shows and movies. Now quickly moving on, below that we have the thrillers category, which is definitely another one of my favourite categories. And below thrillers we've got new releases, which is definitely a category you should be keeping an eye on if you want to get the latest movies and TV shows. So guys, I'm not really going into too much detail on these categories now, as there are so many to cover. So below new releases we've got adult comedy, and then we've got westerns, which is definitely a favourite of mine. I used to love those musical westerns, where they just burst out into a song, and they've definitely got one of those here somewhere. And this one's one of my favourite, Maverick. And of course it was a series, so you've got all the episodes here. Now below westerns we've got foreign language movies, and below that we've got sci-fi and fantasy. Needless to say, another one of my favourite categories. And as you can see, I'm very happy because there's tons of movies here in that category. Now below that we've got the martial arts category, and I'm pretty partial to a Jackie Chan movie. So if you're into that sort of thing, you're going to be happy here. Now the next category is something I can't pronounce, but I believe it's something to do with Mexican. And I'm happy to indulge, as I'm up for broadening my horizons. Now below that we've got stand-up comedy, and who doesn't love comedy? And definitely needed in the current climate. Now again, in the current climate we all need some faith. And that's what the next category is. So when the chips are down, you know there's light at the end of the tunnel. Below the faith category we've got the drama category, which comes in a mixture of genres. And if we didn't have enough of it, below that we've got the most popular horrors. And we begin a trend here because below that we've got the most popular comedy. And then under that we've got recently added, which of course is self-explanatory. And then we come to the sports movies and shows. Now below that we've got an interesting category which is highly rated by Rotten Tomatoes. And of course Rotten Tomatoes is a well-known movie reviews website, so it's definitely worth paying attention to this category, as the movies and TV shows will come highly rated. Now as you can see guys, the categories just keep on coming as you scroll down. Now I want to take a quick break from these categories and show you some of the features of this app. So if you click on the back button on your remote control, you get this side menu. And from here you can do a manual search, just type in the first few letters of the title you're looking for, and it will start filtering out the movies. And below the search function we've got the home section, which we were looking at previously. And below that we've got the My List subcategory, and of course this is where you would get all your saved lists of TV shows and movies. You just need to create a free account to use it. And below that we've got categories, which is a quick and easy way to search through the movies and TV shows, with the added bonus of viewing them in a grid. And below that we've got the subcategory networks. Now this is just another way of organising the movies and TV shows by channel network. As you can see, each channel has their designated programs and movies. And there's also an Espanol section here. Now under settings we've got the options for text to speech. We've got parental controls, you can adjust the look of closed captions, and importantly we get some information about the Tubi app, which if you hadn't already guessed is the name of this app. Now getting this app couldn't be easier, it's available in all major app stores including Apple, Google and Amazon. Just head on over to your respective store and search for Tubi, T-U-B-I. And the download shouldn't take more than a few minutes and you'll be in, watching your movies and TV shows. Anyway guys, if you found this video helpful, please do give us a like and consider subscribing, as I do produce videos like this on a weekly basis. And I hope to catch you in the next one.